Okay, for this project, I am using a Lion brand Heartland, which is just a 4-ply worsted weight acrylic yarn. And the color I'm using is Glacier Bay, but of course you can use any color, and any type of 4-ply yarn that you have will work fine. This is a 251 yard skein, or 142 grams, and I didn't quite use all of it, so you'll need 250 yards, a little bit less, so something like that, 250 to be safe. And of course, if you make it bigger, you'll need more. Then I'm using a size I, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And then you're going to need something, you're going to need something like a button if you want to put here, or a brooch, something like that. I'm actually going to put some of these little ribbon flowers on. I got these at Walmart in the sewing aisle. So I'm actually going to hot glue these on too. So if you have these, or if you want to use these, you'll need hot glue. Or you can use a sewing needle and thread too. But if you want to, you can use a button here or a pin or something else. It's completely up to you. It's going to be sewed, and it's going to be one solid piece. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, this is a very easy beginner tutorial. So be great for a beginner. And since I already have my big piece done, I'm just going to show you on a smaller scale. So you want to start with the slip knot on your hook, and then you want to start off with a chain of 32. So you just start chaining, just like that, until you get to 32 chains. And like I said, I'm going to do mine smaller because I already did it. But once you get your 32 chains made, we're going to go ahead and single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. And remember that we never count the one that's on our hook. So 1, 2. Go ahead and single crochet into that second stitch. And then I'm going to put 1 single crochet in every single stitch for the length of the chain. Single crochet into the next stitch. All the way down until we get to the end. Just like that. Okay, when you make it to the end of your chain, you want to go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. Now we're going to go across again with another row of single crochet, but we're not going to start in this very first stitch here. We're going to start in this one. So show you here, not this one, this one. Just go right into it and single crochet, and then I'm just going to work my way across again, putting 1 single crochet in every single stitch. So it's really easy. Probably have this finished up in a few hours. When you get to the end, we're just going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to chain 1 and turn, start again. Not in this very first one, but this one. Single crochet, 1 single crochet in every single stitch. And that's all this is. It's just rows of single crochet. Just like this. And I want to show you, when you get to the ends, you want to make sure, it's important, it kind of looks like you're at the end there, but you want to make sure you're going in to that chain 1 at the end of every row. So right here. If you don't go into that at the end of every row, your row is going to be lopsided. So going in that is going to make the row straight. And that's going to be at the end of every row. You'll see that chain 1, and you want to make sure that you put a single crochet in it. And then you chain 1 and turn and go again. And you just want to repeat that until you get a total of 105 rows. And now that's what I did. Of course, it doesn't have to be exact, just you can actually put it around your neck and adjust it to the size that you want. And then when you get to the end, you just clip your yarn and tie off like that. And then you want to hide your tails. But how I'm going to do this is it's going to fold, have like a, you kind of take it, I'll show you here. It's going to have like a little collar, so you just kind of fold it down backwards like that. And then wrap it around. And you can make the collar as big as you want, actually, probably, but you can try it on yourself. It's going to be kind of fatter in the back, and then the collar will gradually go to thin. And you can see, kind of. But that's just something you can play with to get it adjusted how you want it. But you can see how my collar's bigger, and then it goes a little bit smaller. And I'm going to flip it over. And then when I wrap it around, like that. And then this is I'm actually going to sew this together so it doesn't come undone with my yarn needle. So it's going to be the type that you just kind of just slide it over your head. It's not going to be a button-up kind. So I'm just going to do that with a piece of yarn and my yarn needle. And if you already know how to make buttonholes, you can make it the button-up kind. Or like I said in the beginning, you can use a brooch and just clip it. But once you get it all adjusted in your collar, the thickness that you want it, just kind of overlap them just a little bit like that. And you can do it either way you want. And then I'm going to make it go up more. It's really just depends on how you want to do it, but I'll probably overlap them just a little bit like that. And now I'm going to take my yarn that's on my yarn needle and put a few stitches in it to hold it together so it doesn't come undone. Just like this. And I'm going to keep sewing it up. I'm just going all the way through to the other side. I'm just going to sew it all the way around here until I feel like it's not going to come undone. And you can kind of tell whenever it starts to feel pretty tight that you know it's not going to unravel. See, I'm just kind of going around this whole little area here. Like that. And then when you feel like it's on tight enough for you, I'm just going to flip it over and then I'm going to hide my tails. It's really easy. Just kind of weave them in the back here, just like you normally would. And then do this other little one here. And then just clip them tails off. And I'll clip them off in a second. Now in this part, this is the part that you can, if you did sew it, you could use the brooch. Or, since it's already sewed together, you would just kind of sew a button on if you wanted to do that. It's up to you. Or if you wanted to put these little rose things on, like I think I might do, I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue on them and glue them on. So you decide what you want to do on this part, or you can just leave it plain too. It's completely up to you. But you can just go ahead and get your button sewed on, or clip it, or sew on your little roses, or glue on your little roses. Okay, I got mine finished, and that is all there is to it. Super easy, Make a great Christmas present. A few hours you could be done. Great for a beginner, and that's it. I think it turned out pretty cute. So please don't forget to check out all my other tutorials too. I have a whole bunch of them. And you can come chat me out on Facebook. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. You can post all your crochet items on there. Everybody'd really like to see it. And until next time, have a good day.